So continuing our discussion on torsion, we are now on sample problem number 16, and our topic for this discussion is torsion of thin-walled tubes. So for this problem, ang sabi, a torque of T equivalent to 5 kilonewton meter is applied to a hollow shaft having the cross-section shown. Neglecting the effects of stress concentrations, determine the shearing stress at point A and B. So simple lang yung tanong. Ang tanong lang ay shearing stress at point A. Ano din daw yung letter B? What is the shearing stress on point B? I-add na rin natin what will be the angle of twist per unit length na meron tayo given that G is equivalent to 27 gigapascal. Okay? So yan, meron tayong tatlong tanong. Gamitin natin yung mga formula na meron tayo. So, sabi natin, for letter A, the question is only about shear stress, and for thin-walled tube, shear stress is the amount of torque divided by 2AT. So in this case, yung A is the area enclosed by the center line. So nag-prepare ako dito ng separate figure for this one. So as you can see here, ito ay yung outer layer natin or outer member. And then ito naman yung inner fiber natin, yung inner layer. So, meron akong center line, yung in pink. So, kunin natin yung dimension ngayon ng center line. So, for the horizontal dimension, kunin natin yung kanyang magiging width. So, from the problem, the outer layer, the outer member to outer member na width ay 75 mm with a sidewall thickness na 6 mm. So, basically, ang may iwan sa atin ay meron tayong 3 mm na ibabawas dito. Meron din tayong 3 mm na ibabawas dito sa isang side na to. So from 75, ang may iwan na lang natin ay minus, babawasan natin ng 6 in total, 3 and 3. So this will be 69 mm. For the top side naman, initially the height was 125 from outer to outer, but since 10 mm yung ating thickness, so nagkakaroon tayo ng reduction of kalahati ng thickness on each side. So this is 5 mm. And then this is also another 5 mm. So from 125, babawasan natin ng 10. Ang may iwan sa atin ay 115. So we can now determine the area enclosed by the center line. So let's determine area muna tayo. So the area here is, we have a width na 69 mm multiplied by a thickness of, not thickness but a height of 115 mm. So the total area is 69 times 115, 115. We have 7935 millimeter squared. This is the area enclosed by the center line. So let's proceed with the shear stress. The shear stress now becomes, the applied torque natin is 5 kilonewton. Okay, so the torque T is 5 kilonewton meter. But in this case kasi, our unit of area is in millimeter squared. So it is either yung area yung mag-a-adjust for the units or yung ating torque T. I suggest mag-stick na lang tayo sa Newton and millimeter. Besides, yung torque natin naman, magiging 5 times 10 raised to 6 lang na Newton millimeter. Okay? So, mas madaling mag-convert dito. Divided by 2 times the area na we have 7935 millimeter squared multiplied by the thickness. Since for this problem, ang tinatanong sa atin ay yung point A, ang thickness natin dyan ay 6 mm. So, cancellation of unit, ang may iwan sa atin ay 5 times 10 to 6 divided 5 times 10 to 6 divided by 2 times 7935 multiplied by 6 millimeters, we have 52.510 megapascal kasi Newton per millimeter squared. And this is our answer for this problem. Next, for letter B, so our shear stress for point B, mababago lang yung ating thickness, pareho lahat. Same ng applied torque, same lang ng area, the only difference is the thickness. So dito, instead na 6 millimeter, our thickness will be 10 millimeter. So, wag muna nating i-remove yung nasa calculator. Palitan natin yung 6 ng 10 millimeter. So, we have a stress of 31.506 megapascal. And this is the stress at point B. Next, last question, we have the angle of twist per unit length, which will give us TS over 4 GA squared T. Okay, so that is the area. Okay, but you might wonder, sir, bakit ganyan? Di ba ang alam natin, this is TLS over 4GA squared T. So, nilipat lang dun yung L kasi ang hinahanap ay angle of twist per unit length. Yung angle of twist per unit length, sometimes tinatanong din yan sa mga circular shop. So, you have to remember, ililipat nyo lang yung L. Pagka circular shop, sa halip na TL over JG, magiging T over JG na lang yung angle of twist per unit length. So, ganun lang naman. Bababa lang yung length. Okay? Ginagamit yan kapag walang given na length doon sa ating problem. So, in this case, irregular yung thickness natin. So, dito 6, dito 10. So, we cannot use this formula. The correct formula is T over 4 GA squared. We have a loop integral of S over T. So, kunin muna natin yung S over T natin. Ano muna yung ibig sabihin ng ating nakaloop na integral na to? Okay? So, ibig sabihin, i-integrate lang natin yung bawat side. Basically, it is just yung sum ng lahat ng S over T. Kung may S1 over T1 plus S2 over T2 plus hanggang sa Sn over Tn. Eh, sir, ano ba yung S? S is yung mga length ng ating center line. So, in this case, meron tayong apat na S, apat na side, dito at saka dito. Nagkataon, for this problem, equal yung length dun sa dalawang side at the same time equal din yung kanilang thickness. But if in any case na equal yung length pero magkaiba ng thickness, kailangan nating paghiwalayin. Okay? So, dito identical lang. So, pwede natin sabihin na yung ating loop integral of S over T will be equal to yung side na to, ang ating length ay 69. Ang tinutukoy na length dito ay yung length ng center line divided by the thickness ng ating point B, that is 10 mm. Again, since identical din sila nung nasa harap, pwede na lang natin itong i-multiply by 2. Plus, for our side walls, the length is 115 mm and the thickness is 6 mm. Again, since identical yung left and right, we multiply it by 2. So, our answer for this one is 69 over 10 times 2 plus 115 over 6 times 2. So, we have here 52.133 repeating. Okay, so unitless na to. So, we can now substitute it to the formula. So, the angle of twist per unit length is equivalent to the torque. So, our torque is 5 times 10 raised to 6 Newton millimeter divided by 4. Our G is 27 gigapascal. So, in Newton millimeter, that is 27 times 10 to 3 Newton per millimeter squared multiplied by our area squared. So, our area is 7935 squared. Ilalabas ko na lang yung aking unit of area. Yung millimeter squared, pag in-squared ko, so millimeter to the fourth yung kalalabasan ng area. So, dito, cancel na yung dalawa. Cancel yung isa, matitirang isa. So, cancel yung Newton. So, our unit here is angle of twist or radians per millimeter. So, our angle of twist per unit length is 5. 5 times 10 to 6 divided by 4 times 27 times 10 to 3 times 7935 squared. So, this is English notation tayo. 0 po ang engineering notation. 7353 5 is 6, 4 times 27 is 3, 7935 squared. Times 10 to the negative 6 radians per millimeter. Ngayon, ang gawin natin, i-convert natin to degrees per meter. So, magiging 180 degrees over pi. Then, yung millimeter, multiply natin to sa 1,000 millimeter per 1 meter. So, ang magiging unit na natin ngayon ay degrees per meter. So, multiply lang natin sa 1,000 times 180 over shift pi. We have 0.0421 degrees per meter. So, that is the angle of twist for this section. Okay? So, napakasimple lang ng ating angle of twist ng thin-walled tubes. So, see you on the next one. Continuing, we are now on problem number 16. So sabi ng problem ay 19 Newton meter torque is applied to a hollow shaft having a cross section shown. Neglecting the effects of stress concentrations, determine the shearing stresses on points A and B. So may dalawang points tayo. Given yung applied torque, this is a thin-walled tube. Okay? So from our figure, i-analyze muna natin maigi. Okay, so meron tayong quarter circle dito na ang ating daw radius outside ay 40 millimeters. Whereas the thickness here is 2 millimeter. So, i-drawing natin yung center line. Yan. Pasensya nyo na, medyo uncontrolled dito yan eh. So, pachamba. Okay. So, assume natin yan yung center line. Since 2 millimeter yung thickness, ang maiiwan na lang sa atin na radius ay so, ito ngayon magiging sa halip na 40 ay, kulang lang ko boss. So, sa halip na 40, ito na lang ay 39 millimeter. So, this is one side. Then, i-establish ulit natin yung center line dito. Yan. Sobra. Then, we also have one here. Another one here. Then, here. Okay. Adjust ko lang ito. Yan. So, we have now the center line, yung red mark. Okay. Na-identify natin to, but we have several problems. So, ito dito hanggang dito, supposedly, black. Okay. Yung distance na yan hanggang dito sa outside is also 40 mm. Ibawas na natin itong ano. Sige, 40 mm muna siya. So, let's say 40 mm dito. Mula doon sa center line ng ating quarter circle hanggang dito sa pinakalabas, that is 40 mm. So, dito may maiiwan naman tayong length na 55 minus 40, 15 mm. Okay? So, kompleto na yung dimension sa baba. Let's now solve for the center lines. So, dito sa taas, may thickness tayo dito na 2 mm. Okay? So, 2 mm yung thickness. Ipisan ko lang muna para hindi masyadong overwhelming. So, 2 mm, may 1 mm tayong ibabawas dito sa itaas. So, dito, 1 mm na lang ang bawas. 1 mm. Dito sa ibaba, since ang thickness natin 4 mm, so ang ibabawas natin ay 2 mm. So, ang may iwan na lang nating dimension ng center line so, may iwan na lang natin is 55 minus 1 minus 2. So, 52 mm na lang ito. Okay? Now, dito sa side na to, meron din tayong magiging length dyan. So, ang length niyan is 15 millimeter hanggang dito sa center line, minus dito sa kabilang side, meron din tayong 2 millimeter. So, 15 millimeter minus 2 millimeter. So, ang may iwan sa atin ay 13 millimeter. So, yun, 13 millimeter din dito. So, this one, hanggang center line to this point, sa center na tong ating curve. Paling kasi, ay, shit. Ay, sorry. So, clear out ko na lang ito. Then, ito. So, ito ay hanggang dito lang. So, 15 millimeter. Pero ito, since may minus 2 millimeter, 13 millimeter na lang ito. And dito naman sa side na to, mula sa center line hanggang dito, mula sa center ng quarter circle natin hanggang doon sa center line, this is, oop, ay, so ito hanggang dito ay, nakuha na natin yan, yan yung radius ng quarter circle, 39 millimeter also. Okay? So, ngayon, meron na tayong established na lengths ng ating mga center lines. The problem here is to determine the area. So, it is either buuin natin ito ng isang rectangle, tapos i-minus natin yung square covered by this quarter circle. So, basically, magkakaroon tayo ng malaking rectangle. Okay? And then, since may quarter circle dito, so, ang pwede natin gawin, kunin natin yung magiging dimension ng, diba ito alam natin, yan. So, magkakaroon dito ng 39 millimeter, tapos 39 millimeter. So, ang gagawin natin, magne-negative area tayo. The total dimension of this side is 13 millimeter, 13 millimeter plus 39 millimeter. That is 52 millimeter dito. Dito naman sa itaas, 52 millimeter din. So, equal lang naman pala sila. Okay? So, ang gawin natin, kunin ko yung buong 52 millimeter. So, we have our area equivalent to 52 millimeter square. That is the area of larger triangle. Then, i-minus natin yung area ng maliit na square. We have here 39 millimeter square. And then, since meron pa tayong quarter circle, we have to find the area of this quarter circle. So, the area of that quarter circle will be i-added. Kasi ang kinuha lang natin sa part na to, di ba ang ginawa natin, malaking area, malaking square minus maliit na square. Ang nakuha nating area for the first part ay ito. So, yan. Ito yung 52 squared minus 39 squared. So, ito yan ha. Okay? So, ngayon, idadagdag natin yung area na to. Nitong ating quarter circle. So, since quarter circle yan, that should be the area of 1/4 ng area ng circle pi times the radius na 39 millimeter square. So, the total area now, okay, of our center line is 52 millimeter squared minus 39 squared plus pi times 39 squared over 4. We have here 2377.591 millimeter squared. So, nakuha na natin yung area. We can now solve for A, the shearing stress on point A. So, that would be the shearing stress is equivalent to the torque over 2AT. So our shearing stress is torque 90. Since naka-millimeter to, so convert na lang natin to Newton millimeter. So this becomes multiplied by 10 raised to 3 Newton millimeter divided by 2 times the area na 2377.591 millimeter squared, and the thickness at point A is 4 millimeter. So 4 millimeter. So our total thickness is 90 times 10 to 3 divided by 2 times 2377.591. Dapat in-store ko na lang. Divided by the thickness na 4. So the torsional shear stress at point A is 4.732 megapascal. Okay? Four point 732. Okay, for letter B, that is the shear stress on point B. So, wag na nating i-remove. Papalitan lang actually natin yung magiging thickness. So, kunin ko lang ito. Copy. Paste. Okay. So, yung thickness natin, sa halip na 4 mm, sa point B natin, ang thickness na lang natin ay 2 mm. So, we have here thickness of 2. So our shear stress on point B is 9.4463 megapascal, and that is our answer for this problem. So madali lang naman. You can also try to find the angle of twist dito. Since wala tayong length, wala rin tayong G. Okay? So pwede siguro mag-practice tayo for that one. Okay? So that would be all. That is the end of torsion. Okay? So hopefully you get something from it.